installation of any home or business electrical project. A small local company working in the communities where they live. Nolan, Bryce, Brady, and Jay work hard to get projects done on time, while Kevin and Mason take pride in finding quick and cost-effective solutions. Sean, Cody, and Brent use knowledge to assist in designing a solution that makes your life easier. Citywide Electric, your trusted electrical team in the Dakotas and Minnesota. Online at citywideelectricnd.com.
Game on! Game on! Game on! He shoots, he scores! 1 for 1! That is going wild! Score!
The hockey guys are on the air.
This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
The hockey guys. The tradition continues.
Okay, guys, show us what you got.
Hold on a sec. I'm going to get me a beer.
That's what we have, Jeff. A beer.
A beer.
Hey, Bear. Welcome to the hockey guys. Eddie Christian, Dean Wilson, Dr. Phil Johnson, and Jeff Bradall. Thank you for joining us.
Came up, I was standing on the point in War Road Friday morning, 7 o'clock. That's where my mother would have been with me if we would have had our last morning together, but it's all good. We all got to say goodbye, so it was actually some good blessings for the Christians over the last 10 days.
I think she made a really interesting statement at the end, though. You were telling me. That she went from the hospital to hospice and lasted like 2.5 hours. Said, I'm not staying here. I'm going to a better place. And that's where she is. She's in a better place. Smiling down at everyone.
Well, listen, we have Coach Adam Nighentgale on, head coach of Michigan State University. Get that music cranking, Jacob. There we go. Playing for the Big Ten Championship, Michigan University against Michigan State. Adam Nighentgale, head coach, Michigan State, will be joining us at 9:30. You want to listen to that.
Absolutely.
You want to listen to that. Don't leave us this morning. North Dakota lost last night to Omaha. Omaha handed it to North Dakota. Omaha and Denver knocking off St. Cloud in overtime, playing for the NCHC Championship. What else you got for us, Coach Wills?
You know, I've got the Atlanta Hockey Championship, American International and RIT. They're in the championship.
You know what? The winner of that league has knocked off, 3 of the last 5 years, roughly? Number 1 team in the country.
Oh, yeah. That's AIC, right?
AIC,
yeah.
Atlantic Hockey.
Eddie, what's your tie to AIC?
The winner's in.
Didn't you have a tie to AIC or something?
My son may have played there.
May have played there. That's what it was. That's right.
And then you have out east, Boston College versus Boston University. So when you take a look, championship Saturday, all's good if you won last night and playing for the championship of the league. North Dakota last night struggled, to say the least, and it wasn't goaltending. I just think it was an all-team effort, and the players that needed to play, your top players, they were playing secondary roles, right?
Yep.
Those top players, they need to lead, and they need to lead by example.
And
that did not happen last night.
And the one that's out there, St. Lawrence, at 40, plays Cornell, who is down. St. Lawrence wins. The bubble teams are a little anxious, so they're now the controller of that number 14 slot.
Yeah.
Dr. Phil, St. Lawrence beat
the Quinnipiac Bobcats.
But they're in anyway.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
But it
reigning
changes the
national
whole
championship, doesn't
But
it?
it changes the whole landscape. I mean, we were talking about this morning, Eddie and I. I mean, if they win the conference championship, they're in. And so
Cornell,
else,
I think, is a win or lose or win and done role too.
Right.
I think both of those teams. It's at Cornell at 14. I don't see them getting in. Okay.
Well,
it's a win or go home scenario for St. Lawrence and Cornell. Yeah, it really is in my view.
Yeah.
St. Lawrence wins, they bump Cornell
Right.
into that slot they take. So
Yep.
the team on the outside, NCHC, Colorado College, presently sitting at 14. Mass and Providence, 15, 16, probably done.
Yeah, which sucks because Colorado College is a really good team. And I really would like to see them get in the tournament because they can make some noise.
I thought I watched 2 games yesterday, and I thought Denver had some upper-end players that could move.
Yeah.
I thought
The Boyum brothers are good.
They're crazy good. They're slippery.
Fun to watch.
They're fun to watch, and I thought those are the guys that made it happen. And last night, I got to stay off Facebook because I'm old guy, angry old guy. People bagging on UND, and
Hey, those angry old guys on Facebook, they get in trouble.
You got to be careful. I'm going, first of all, relax, You don't have to throw over lawn chairs to save anything on the Titanic, right? Everyone going, chill out, and yeah, with the goaltender situation I threw out there, it's none of anybody's business. It's Coach Barry and his staff's business. You talked about it, Dr. Phil, about injuries and, HIPAA or whatever. It's none of our business, But anyways, those are things that come up. I thought UND was just flat, just a little off. And
guys weren't doing what they were supposed to do yesterday. You could just
little,
see that.
Little passes, just things off.
Yep.
Say we have a caller. Adam has a question for the GOAT, the great one, Coach Dean Wilson.
Yeah, Dean, I'm just wondering, who do you think's going to take the championship this year?
Wow, pressure.
Which championship? You mean the national championship?
The NCAA.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm a UND guy. But this year, have you seen any streaks? What's a streak this year nationally? 3 games in a row? Now you got to put them together, right?
Well, BC's been on a ripper for.
But that was my other side of the coin. Is that I think it's going to be a BC team in the championship against who's that other team? Mm-hmm. That's my thoughts, Adam. So, what about your thoughts? What do you think?
I honestly think that UND may make a run this year. So.
Wow.
Like they've been a little off lately, but.
And are you a diehard UND guy, or are you somebody else?
No, I'm a big diehard Gopher fan.
I can barely hear you. We're breaking up. I can barely hear you.
They got a chance.
Thank you for calling in, Adam.
Thanks, Adam.
Hey,
listen later for Coach Nighentgale because they can make a run too.
I think Michigan State's gonna. They're a really
strong
and
team.
they got goaltending.
Yep.
And Michigan, the Big M.
Yep.
They're still
there.
They still have the talent. Can they all get along for 3 games?
Yeah.
They haven't shown us this year that they can do that at. That's where I give Michigan State the edge. I think between those two,
but
Michigan State has the edge.
Michigan State can't beat Michigan.
In Munn Arena.
Michigan State can't beat Michigan.
But I'm going to read off
They've
some
done it
stats.
3 out of 4 times already.
Just two quick thing, boys. And this has to do with Atlantic Hockey, AIC going into their championship game tonight. 87 block shots in the last 3 games, or last 2 games, AIC's had. Number 1. Number 2.
Are we back in Minot?
19 wins by a freshman goalie for AIC. What does that say? Defensive play, sacrificing your body, blocking those shots, right?
And a lot of ice bags.
That's over 40 in the last 2 games, and you got a hot goalie, right?
The Fort Francis box. Everybody get in the crease. They can't shoot it by all of us.
You know, they all lay across the crease, pack on each other, and have a tall goaltender.
Sylvester going through the dog pound, tippy-toeing through. You can't get in there.
When we come back, remind me and tell you that little story about Wayne Gretzky walking by the Islanders dressing room after they lost the Stanley Cup.
So,
Yes.
Citywide Electric, NorthDakota.com. Thank you for sponsoring the hockey guys. Experience you can trust for design, repair, and installation of any home or business electrical project. Online at CitywideElectricND.com.
Your company's IT department and usage of technology has probably changed over the last few years. So how do you know if your business is vulnerable to ransomware attacks, security breaches, and network intrusions? Talk to Consolidated Communications. Their expert team can evaluate if you're at risk and help you utilize their easy-to-use cloud secure service. Go to consolidated.com/cybersecurity. That's consolidated.com/cybersecurity. Consolidated Communications.
Would you rather have a personal house cleaner or a personal chef?
That's an easy one. I love food. I would take the personal chef.
Would you rather stay inside during a snow day or be outside and make a snow angel?
Hands down, make a snow angel.
We grew up right here in North Dakota, lived our whole lives here, so we know how tough North Dakota winters can be.
And how windy and hot North Dakota summers can be. That's why we carry the toughest, energy-saving,
and the best-looking windows and doors you can dress your home in. I'm Jaden.
And I'm Andrew, manager of the Window and Door store here in Fargo. We don't pressure folks because we know it's a big decision.
We'll take the time to answer all your questions, show you different options, and if you'd like, we'll give you a no-obligation estimate.
On one window, 4 windows, or windows for your whole home.
Give us a jingle if you'd like us to stop at your home.
701-205-0110. Better windows, better doors.
The Window and Door Store in Fargo.
Attention service technicians, Northern Plains Equipment, a certified Case IH dealer in Garrison and Mandan, North Dakota, is looking for top-notch individuals to join their team and perform quality maintenance and repairs on all types of agricultural equipment. Northern Plains Equipment is a value-led, 100% employee-owned company, offering competitive wages, benefits, and job training. If you're ready to work in a great environment with great people, apply at plainsag.com. Northern Plains Equipment, Inc., proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Your diesel truck works hard, whether it's pulling a skid steer, working on the farm, or driving to work each day. If it's not 100%, that can be a problem. Is your pickup not running like it used to? Now is the time to contact the team at ATI Fargo. They know Duramax, Powerstroke, and Cummins inside and out. Get your light-duty diesel pickup to ATI Fargo, where they have a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty on new parts and labor. Keep your diesel pickup working at its best with ATI Fargo, the top place for diesel pickup repairs. That's ATI Fargo.
Planning for spring at Lowe's means big savings on outdoor power equipment, and Lowe's knows nothing feels better than free. Buy one select Ego string trimmer, leaf blower, or mower kit. Get one select 56-volt battery free. That's up to a $299 value. Power through spring with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 4/3 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
And Hobie Baker Award, the NCHC Forward of the Year, the Player of the Year, and he's almost shut out on the scoreboard, right?
Almost.
And you have competition out there that are just playing for their continued opportunity to play, right? Mm-hmm. And that's tough, but you need those top players to say, guys, let's jump on my back and let's play. They got to lead.
So here's what's fun now. Should Omaha beat Denver, does North Dakota fall back to 4?
I hope so. So they can...
Again, they moved 2 with Omaha. Now Denver's sitting. Michigan State's 4. I haven't ran the calcs, but Omaha wins. North Dakota sneak back to a 1.
And what if the Big M beats Michigan State tonight? I mean, now all of a sudden it is all.
And by the way, I would
shake
predict
the dice, right?
That could happen.
Shake the dice.
I would predict North Dakota's going to see Omaha in a regional.
That's probably a pretty good prediction. Yeah.
Well, what does UND need to do now, boys, to get back on the rail, get all the horses plowing in the same direction? Let's hear from Coach Bradbury.
The most important thing is making sure that we get back and we start together playing as a team again like we did a couple weeks ago here. And like I said, I know it's disappointing right now, but again, like I said, we've come too far to hang our heads. We got to make sure that we got to be positive and we got to work on the things and be accountable to each other and work on the things that we need to have a chance to win in the national tournament. There's a lot of really good teams there fighting for the national championship. And, you know, the good thing is we've been there before. Not these players haven't, but we've been here before, our staff. And again, we're going to make sure that we press the right buttons and do the right things this week to give us a chance to win next week. I know it's disappointing right now, but again, like I said, we've come too far to hang our heads. We got to make sure that we got to be positive and we got to work on the things and be accountable to each other and work on the things that we need to have a chance to win in the national tournament. Well, you know what? I think these guys alluded to the word swagger. I think there was a lot of swagger there. And, you know, I think at the end of the day, in order to win, your best players have to be your best players. And I'll tell you what, like, these guys care. And I believe there's guys in the locker room tonight that said, you know what, that probably wasn't my best. I need to bring my best. And I'll go back to 2016 when we had Kajula, Besser, and Schmaltz. And we've got really good players like that in our locker room. When it was crunch time and we were playing in the national semifinal game against Denver and in the championship game against Quinnipiac, those guys looked at each other and said, you know what, jump on my back. We're going. We're going to take this thing and we're going to go. And I think that's the swagger, and I think that's what we need is, hey, come follow me. It's our time. It's my time to lead here right now, and we have that in our locker room.
My only statement is I think if you look back historically, not winning the NCHC championship or the WCHA championship actually wasn't that big of a deal because more often than not, UND ended up in the Final Four. So I can't remember in 2016 if they won the frozen face-off or whatever they call that now, but you know, hopefully this is a learning moment and they pick it up and go, yeah, we got to play better. We did not play well at all. So it's time to pick it up and go.
But, you know, good teams, it's blue chip athletes. If you're worried about yesterday, you're going to be worried about tomorrow. They're moving forward. They know what they got to do. They're moving forward. They're not going to dwell on it. Just like a goal, you get scored on. If you're worried about the last goal, you're going to get scored on again. Move forward, and they're going to move forward. They know what they got to do. That coaching staff's been there, done that. Yep. They know the right buttons to press. You know, and our guest coming up, I listened to his post conference, and it was good. It was about, you know, it's discipline. You know, but you know, doing the little things right.
Doing your job.
Do your job. Control your emotions. You know, you don't have to do the Herb Brooks in the locker room, right? Control your emotions. Keep in check. Do what you're supposed to do. And
these kids are almost at a professional level.
They're real close.
And that whole mentality comes along. You don't worry about what happened. You worry about what's next.
Exactly.
And so they get redialed, and they will. They will.
You know, I hope so. And I'm always concerned about teams that can turn it on and turn it off. At this time of the season, you know, I don't know if teams can do that. When you're playing the top teams in the country, can you turn it on and turn it off? I was watching the basketball.
Are you okay?
I am, but the one stat I saw was Kentucky, one of the best teams historically in our Coach Calipari, right? They lost the last 4 years, first round of the playoff.
They've only won 2 games in the NCAA in the last 7 years.
It's in their head.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
So I look at this and say, turn it on, turn it off. I just don't know. At this time of the year, I don't think you want to have it turned on, cranked, and there's no off switch.
The good thing is they played a game. Now go back and look at the Big Ten. Minnesota's been watching. They're going to be out 3 weeks to a game.
Yeah, sluggish.
It's hard to keep your guys together for 3 weeks.
Yes, without playing.
Wow.
So
sluggish.
You know, the two things about Omaha last night that really impressed me. They weren't acting like, hey, this is our Stanley Cup after every goal. They acted like we deserved it and we belong here, right? I really appreciated that from it. They acted like we're here, we earned it, and we should, right?
Well,
we should.
They came into that game with a lot of confidence, remember, because they swept North Dakota a couple weeks ago. So they're coming in going, we know what to do to win.
They're 4-1 against North Dakota in the last 5 games?
Yes.
You know, and what I don't like, and I'm going to piggyback of your thoughts, Jeff, is that I'll segue basketball just a tinge here, but several teams there was upsets, right? They go, we're not a Cinderella team. Mm-hmm. We're the real deal.
We're supposed to be here.
We're supposed to be here. So they're not sitting back going, oh, my gosh, we're not worthy. We're a Cinderella team. We're a good team. Yeah. Like you said, Eddie, 4-1 against UND. They're a good team. They worked hard. Puck bounce, luck. They had some good bounces, ricochets that worked for them yesterday. And it just seemed like they were playing a little tennis match. The last person to score is going to win. And then, boom, they could never get that momentum when UND would score. Then they get the balloon popped again. You know, Omaha would come back.
To me, it looked like UND was thinking too much. You know, just go out and react and play. I mean, that's what you got to do at this time of the year. Go out, react, and play, and do not try and overthink the game.
You know, I think historically you could have one player. Go ahead, Eddie.
No, Doc was fading away on me there. I couldn't quite hear.
That's your age.
Must be my voice.
Yeah, you know, historically you could have one guy say, jump on my back and let's go, boys, right? But the puck movement now and the players you're playing against are so damn good. Yeah. It's not a one guy jump on my back. It's got to be a whole line, right, Wills?
I agree. And yesterday I watched, and they were on Blake like doggy doo-doo to, you know what, the flies, man. They were on him. They didn't give him space and time to generate nothing. And he was trying, you know, and he's just a great player, but it's like one time I went to a conference and with the Wild and Gainey. They're playing Edmonton. He said, "What's your pep talk?" He goes, 99 on the chalkboard. That's what he put on the board. Same with them. You think they don't know Blake's out there?
Right. And they've got to get the power play moving somehow. There's just nothing there.
Yeah, up top they didn't seem like they get any
maybe they
flow.
need a little help from orthopedics here with the Center for Special Surgery. Maybe they have to have a few fine tunes, but for any eye, plastic surgery, ear, nose, throat. See the specialists at the Center for Special Surgery, our segment sponsor, so thank you. I watched the Denver-St. Cloud game, and I would tell you, Denver made St. Cloud look 5-on-5 like they were on the penalty kill at times.
Yes.
I agree.
Denver's a scary team.
It was keep away.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then UND at the end, you know, they 3 minutes a day late, $8 short, right? It's keep away, generating, moving around, but it's too late.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, you ask who's the hot team. I think I don't have the faith in the Boston teams as I think some of you guys do. I look at a team going through the Big Ten, a team going through the NCHC every weekend, just playing top teams, the battle ready. I think the out east out there in that league they play in it's not as competitive day
There's
in,
cupcakes
day
in
out.
those conferences.
I'm gonna agree with you, Jeff.
But listen,
they played the West teams early. The second go around is going to be different crossover, I think.
Absolutely.
Hey, we got a good tune here.
And
hey, Wills, got to quit dancing to this tune, huh?
We got a good guest coming up shortly.
Adam Nighentgale, head coach, Michigan State University, will be up next. Don't go anywhere. One of the top coaches in the country.
Coach of the year in the Big Ten.
Attention drivers, are you tired of that annoying chip in your windshield? Trust Glass Doctor Auto to make it crystal clear again. Hi, Reed here. Did you know that when you replace your windshield with Glass Doctor, our expert technicians will calibrate your lane departure warning system sensors right here in our shop? That's right, at Glass Doctor Auto we go the extra mile to keep you driving confidently, ensuring your safety on the road. Make your appointment now by visiting glassdoctor.com. That's glassdoctor.com.
Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your paint.
From the land of sky blue waters.
Instantly brings back memories of Hamm's beer. First brewed in Minnesota in 1865, Hamm's became one of the most iconic beers with one of the most recognizable bears in American history. These days, Hamm's is still brewed in that true family tradition, using the purest water and choicest barley, grain, and hops. Known far and wide as the beer refreshing. For you, we keep a light on and a door open to the land of sky blue waters.
From the land of sky blue waters.
Hello from the WDAY News Center. I'm Ty Schoener to your news update. A local man in custody after he led a state trooper on a high-speed chase through Fargo, according to authorities before dawn on Friday. They say Michael Swanson was behind the wheel when the trooper attempted a traffic stop around 2 a.m., at which point Swanson sped away for a short distance before jumping out of the vehicle, entering a residence in the 2200 block of 9th Street North. Authorities then arrested Swanson and handed him off to Fargo police and county deputies. Swanson was then charged with DUI refusal, driving under revocation, resisting arrest, and fleeing. A court date is currently pending. A rough flu season in Minnesota, over 3,600 hospitalizations, 128 deaths from the flu so far this season. The Minnesota Department of Health reporting more than half of those cases in the Twin Cities metro. And North Dakota State Representative serving on the Legislation's Taxation Committee calling constitutional initiatives aimed at eliminating property tax in the state a Trojan horse.
There's absolutely no revenue replacement. You stop collecting at the local level and hand it over to the state.
Representative Jared Haggart, representing District 20, says eliminating property tax is only a trap that'll only harm citizens. He says the initiative does nothing to prevent local governments from increasing fees or expanding their budgets, all while shifting the cost of local services onto the state and further away from those impacted. I'm Ty Schoener with WDAY Radio Now.com. First the news when you need to know.
We'll have a slow increase in clouds throughout the day today, with winds out of the southeast at around 5 to 10. We'll have highs close to 30. Overnight tonight, we'll see light snow developing late with lows in the low 20s, and snow during the day on Sunday increasing in intensity as we head towards evening, with highs right around 30, and more snow occasionally heavy Sunday night into Monday, with significant accumulations likely. From the WDAY Skywatch Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Dean Wysocki.
Discover the beautiful new Center for Special Surgery, located in the Rivers Bend Medical Center in West Fargo. As the first surgery center to offer outpatient total joint replacement in the state, it is on the cutting edge of outpatient surgical care. An exclusive independent multi-specialty center in the FM area, uniting surgeons in orthopedics, ENT, ophthalmology, plastics, and spine. Experience a more personalized and efficient approach to surgical care.
The Chamber invites you to Breaking the Ice, a free event on April 6th, focusing on cultural wellness and social health across the cultures of our communities. The event features exhibitors offering resources and information to tackle the social determinants of health, from healthcare access to economic stability and more. Breaking the Ice, Saturday, April 6th at the West Acres Mall. Visit fmwhchamber.com for details.
Here we go. Welcome back to the Hockey Guys. Dr. Phil Johnson, Coach Dean Wilson, and Eddie Christian, and I'm the wise one, Jeff Bradall. Say debatable.
Does the second part of that start with A? Wise.
Oh, God. Hey, Serbergo, you can get an ashtray in here for Eddie. Quit smoking all those darts.
Say, listen, we talked about love, Eddie Van Halen. We got one of the top coaches in the country and one of the top programs of college hockey nationally. Coach Adam Nighentgale, head coach, Michigan State Spartans. Tell you what, you got a battle tonight on your hands, Coach.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, excited.
obviously the Big Ten championship game tonight, and get a chance to play our rival, and it's the most played rivalry in all of college hockey, so it should be a great night.
Hey, Nighty, Phil here. Congratulations on Coach of the Year, and I know you've got just a
Congrats,
wonderful,
Coach.
just an awesome team that helped you get to that point. But I'm really excited about the fact that you guys are playing the conference championship on campus. You're not in Little Caesars, or you're not somewhere else. I think that is just so awesome, that not only for the fans but for the players, to get that energy from the fans, because there's just nothing better than playing in your own rink.
No doubt, we're excited about it. Obviously, the conference has tried a number of different ways here, and this is only my second year here. But I think when the Big Ten first formed, right, there's a long tradition of different rivalries, and it took a while to get a foothold. And now all of our rinks every game are packed. And you're right, it's about the student athlete experience, and for our fans too. They've supported us all year, and a chance to do that one more time tonight will be a special night.
Absolutely. I was at the games when you guys played in Ann Arbor. My daughter graduated from University of Michigan, but so I was there and watched you two go at it, and that was the 0-0 after one and hardly any penalties, and it was just a dogfight. But I'm excited to watch it tonight. I think that's just going to be an awesome game. I think you're both kind of heading in the same direction towards the top, and it's going to be a battle. It's going to be fun.
For sure. And obviously, opponent, I have a lot of respect for, and doesn't mean you have to like them, but you got to respect them. And,
we all hate.
It's like the Gophers. We vote for any team that plays the Gophers, Coach.
Yeah.
And you vote with us on that one, don't you, Coach?
What's that?
You vote with us. Everybody hates the Gophers as well, right?
Yeah. No, they're obviously Bob does an unbelievable job. And,
great job.
They got a great. It's funny. I started my coaching career. I grew up in Michigan, but started my coaching career at Shattuck St. Mary's. So obviously a lot of guys that went on to North Dakota, and a lot of guys that went on to Minnesota. And but just living in the state and seeing that rivalry, it reminded me of growing up here in Michigan and playing for Michigan State. And that same feel for that rivalry for sure.
Was Andy Murray at Shattuck when you were there?
Andy was not. So Tom Ward was running it.
Oh, Wardo.
Yeah,
what a great guy.
Tom's a heck of a coach, isn't he?
Yeah, the best. Yeah. So I worked there 2 years. I coached one of the midget teams, and then I went back to Michigan State, did hockey ops for 4 years, and then went back. Tom hired me back to coach the Bantam team for 2 years, and then actually Tom and I both went the same time to Buffalo to work for the Sabres.
Oh, that's right.
We sat next to each other on a plane, and we were close. Obviously, when I worked for him, and he would definitely help me. I consider him a mentor, and I look up to him and a role model. But we really got close. You're 82 games, and you're on the plane next to each other, and out to dinner, and all those different things. So, ton of respect for him, definitely.
Absolutely. I tell you what, he could be head coach right now of any college program in the country. He's that talented. Coach Nighentgale, quick question. I know you got a big game tonight, but I'm going to have you answer a serious question, if you would. You coached internationally, professionally, collegiately, and you talked about the youth level at Shattuck St. Mary's. How is it, how important is it where coaches help mentor these players for life beyond hockey?
No doubt. I think that's really what when I really fell in love with coaching. I look back at coaches I had. I grew up in a small town in northern Michigan. We had an outdoor rink, and my coaches didn't necessarily play at a high level, but they knew the principles of what it meant to be a good teammate, to respect officials, to treat the locker room good, and so you're dead on. And I think at every level you got an opportunity. A little different in pro, but I still think those guys are craving that, where none of us are perfect, and I think that's really what it's all about. And obviously we want to win every game. We got a big game here tonight, but our guys are going to be done playing hockey at some point, and we're trying to set them up for their next steps in life. And I always reflect back when I graduated from college. 2 years later, I was a dad. So, but I look back at Coach Conley. I played for Rick Conley at Michigan State, and I watched how Rick treated his wife and how he treated his family, and his family was always the most important thing to him, and that really stuck with me. And we do the same here. Again, not that we're perfect, but our families are around a lot. I think it's important that our players see that we're a dad first and a coach, second. And so I want our families around. Obviously, it's game time and all that stuff. They're not around, but practice days and different things like that. I think that's really important.
That's awesome.
I'll make a quick statement, Coach. We had Don Lucia on last week, and we asked him that similar question, and he mentioned his football coach as being a mentor. And a few years ago, we had Jim Montgomery, who's now coaching the head coach at the Boston Bruins, asking him. And he mentioned his father, who was a union leader, showing, and a youth coach, hockey coach, as being mentors. So I stepped on one of you folks or boys over here wanted to ask Coach Nighentgale a question.
Hey, Coach Dean Wilson here. I just want, I listened to a post conference you had, but, what do you got to do in the playoff runs? You talked about discipline, paying attention to details, controlling your emotions, stay out of the box, and you got to rely on your depth, and guys got to get their job done. Recap that a little quick about, what do you got to do tonight?
No, you're right. I mean, I think obviously we don't have to worry about getting the guys amped up for the game. I mean, it's almost
you don't have to do the Herb Brooks.
They're I think we learned a lesson there. We played Michigan at home the first game of we played them 4 times in the first game of the series. We had 160 minutes in penalties. We lost. Our goal took 2 5-minutes, and when we got pounded, we lost 7-1. But we cleaned it up. We ended up winning the next 3. So I think that's just controlling your emotions. And we play an emotional game, and you got to get to the line, but it can't control you. And then I think respecting that they're a good team, and there's going to be times where they push, and not everyone needs to panic. And we got a good goalie back there, and his job is to stop the puck when they push, and we got to defend hard. And then when we get our opportunities, make sure we're ready to execute. I really think this time of the year, I mean, that's what it really comes down to, which team's able to execute in critical moments.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you do have a great goaltender, and greet him for me. He's just a wonderful kid, too.
They're great. Yeah, great. He's fit in great here. He's kind of what Spartans are all about. He's a humble, hard-working, low-maintenance guy.
Well, and he won us the bronze medal in Halifax, quite frankly. I mean, he just stepped right in, and when we needed him, and he's just awesome.
For sure. No, special goalie and special person.
Yep.
Well, Coach, you can put Townsy in charge of emotion tonight, and that'll keep everybody balanced. So tell Townsy hello.
Yeah, no doubt. He's a great man. Yeah. No, it'll be great. I mean, we played last week in, the semifinal, and there was 3 deep on the concourse, and standing room only, and tickets now are going for over $800 to the game.
Wow. All right.
Passionate fan base. Yeah, so it'll be a great environment. Again, back to what we originally talked about. That's what it's about: student-athlete experience, and our guys will have a great experience.
Keep your players out of jail. Don't let them stand out too late selling their tickets.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, Coach Nighentgale, I have to tell you, the last collegiate game I played was in Lake Placid, New York, against Michigan State University, and it was in the Final Four, and. We ended up going in the locker room after regulation, coming back and winning in overtime to take 3rd place, and that's when they played the 3rd place game. But we ended up, University of North Dakota, beating Michigan State. And since then, that program dipped, and you came in and have really turned Michigan State in a short 2 years into a national championship team, and it's just fun to watch. And we wanted to get you on this morning and say good luck tonight. We have 4 of us on the show, and the 4 hockey guys each voted Michigan State over the Big M tonight. So,
and we got to get Michigan State to the Ralph for a series. We need to work on that. We got to get you and Bubs in the same room and figure that out.
Be a lot of green and white.
A lot of green and white.
Yeah. We've spoke. We're definitely trying to work on some stuff, and obviously a ton of respect. And when I worked here before, we came out there and played, but I definitely want to. I think North Dakota feels the same as we feel, as we owe it to our fans to play the best programs, and North Dakota is certainly one of them.
Yeah, absolutely,
for sure.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is, Coach, but if North Dakota had a choice between the Big M or Michigan State Spartans, I think the vote would be unanimous. We want to play the Spartans.
Yeah,
and it's just the tradition. I mean, hockey people know that Michigan State that you've brought that program into a national level, and you've got a national championship team tonight. And There's a lot of teams that are just as good, so it's going to be a good runoff. But listen, we good luck tonight, Coach Adam Nighentgale from Michigan State Spartans. Big Ten championship game tonight. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Have a great weekend.
Good luck, Nighty.
Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thanks, Doc. Yep, see you.
Bye-bye.
Well, there you go, Coach Nighentgale. He's, I think he's a little fired up already, Doc. What do you think?
You think? I'm just so glad that we can see it on TV. You know, think about back when you guys played. There was nothing on TV. I mean, until you got to the Final Four. Right? You know, now you can pick your game.
Hey, I got promoted here, guys. Baggins, Trin, Vision, on the ice, off the ice. Clear vision is the result. For your permanent vision correction, reach out to Baggins, Trin, Vision. Eye expert surgeon. Give them a call.
I think you need to go there and get new glasses.
Hey, they're my doctors.
What'd you see? I can't see you from here.
Listen, we'll be back with the hockey guys right after this.
When you buy a Subaru, you're not just buying a car. You're buying safety, value, and trust for all the ones you love. That's why you see so many Subarus on the roads around you. Check out the new model selection available today, and be sure to ask about special low rates available now through April 1st during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Stop in at Muscatel Subaru, just off Exit 1 in Moorhead. Subaru, built to last.
Get $50 off your prom suit package. That's right, $50 off only at Halberstadt's West Acres Mall. For 2024, get a free tie bar and socks with your prom purchase package. Includes, ready for this, a suit coat, vest, pants, shirt, tie, and kerchief. All yours to keep. Our expert staff will help find the perfect pieces to make you look and feel your best. Suit up, stand out, and own your prom with Halberstadt's West Acres Mall.
If your job is just a job, reboot your 2024 with a career at Theraldson Ethanol. Be part of a work family that operates one of the largest ethanol plants in America. Clean, state-of-the-art facility that is leading North Dakota's energy revolution. From family-friendly policies like 4 days on, 4 days off, exceptional compensation, benefits, bonus, and incentives. Positions start at $75,000 to $80,000 per year. Bring a strong work ethic and Theraldson Ethanol will train you on the job. Apply online right now at theraldsonethanol.com.
Join the success story at a 100% employee-owned company. Plains Ag in 4 regions and 17 locations. Border Plains Equipment, Central Plains Equipment, Northern Plains Equipment, and West Plains Inc. Explore a range of open positions at plainsag.com and apply today. Competitive wages, 100% employee ownership, comprehensive benefits, and ample growth opportunities. Join Plains Ag in serving the agricultural community while advancing your career. Apply now and be part of something big with Plains Ag. You'll be glad you did.
The Chamber invites you to Breaking the Ice, a free event on April 6th focusing on cultural wellness and social health across the cultures of our communities. The event features exhibitors offering resources and information to tackle the social determinants of health, from healthcare access to economic stability and more. Breaking the Ice, Saturday, April 6th at the West Acres Mall. Visit fmwhchamber.com for details.
Have you heard the saying, you can't teach speed? Well, at Jiffy Lube of Fargo, they can. Getting your vehicle back on the road and game ready for a trip across town or across the country. Like any good ninth inning team, they finish strong. Vacuuming the interior and cleaning the exterior windows. Ask about the complimentary top-off service between oil changes. Jiffy Lube of Fargo with 3 locations for your speed and convenience. And no appointment needed.
Picture this. You're basking in the sunshine, cozy at home in your basement, and suddenly, a thought. Am I safe down here? Hi, Lacey here to introduce Precision Concrete Cutters, the superheroes of egress windows. Installing an egress window will create an easy escape in emergencies and flood your basement with natural light and fresh air. At Precision Concrete Cutters, we turn dark and stuffy into safe and inviting. Transformation magic. Visit pccnd.com today, because when it comes to safety, trust Precision Concrete Cutters.
In the dynamic world of grain farming, your friends at the Money Farm know every decision impacts your journey to profitability. The Money Farm offers commodity advisory services across the ag industry and works with producers across the U.S. on grain marketing strategies. You've spent years maximizing your production. Now it's time to maximize your marketing. If you have any questions on current markets or are looking for grain marketing advice, contact the Money Farm online at themoneyfarm.com.
Welcome back to the Hockey Guys. Hey, we called Coach Eric Lane from American International College in the Atlantic Conference, playing for the conference championship tonight against RIT for the automatic bid to the NCAA Sweet 16. Coach Lang, good luck tonight, Coach. We wanted to call you and say we love you. We love your program. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thanks, boys. This is great. Last time we spoke, weather was a little different, starting to warm up. We're still playing hockey. So we're all good.
Well, we're facing a storm of 12 to 18 inches in the next couple days here.
40-mile-an-hour wind.
Yeah, in the Dakotas. So it's still the same for us, Coach.
It looks nice here, white, than it does brown, so we'll take that snow.
You know, Coach, the last time we had you on, which was a few weeks ago, you talked about an emotional visit you had with your players after a loss, and you were so proud of your team, the young team that you have, on how well and how hard they played in that loss, and you got emotional. And I'll tell you what, whatever you said to your team, Coach, you're now a one win away from a conference championship, an automatic bid.
Yeah, I don't quite have my finger on it. As Eddie Christian once told me, go win. And that's kind of what we've done down the stretch here. We've kind of spit and glued it together. We've had forwards playing D, guys out of position. We played a game with 10 guys with 0 career goals in the lineup. And
wow.
We keep finding a way. We go out to Air Force, play out in the altitude there. We go play Holy Cross next round 2 of 3. We drop game 1, win 2 in a row. So we are finding different ways to win hockey games, and that's a great thing this time of year.
Absolutely.
But, you teach those guys about it's being disciplined, right, and controlling your emotions, staying out of the box, using your depth, everybody pulling on the rope in the same direction at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
A big mantra for us this playoff has been we need to be calm. Whatever happens, let's be calm. Our bench has been incredibly calm. We've got 21 guys sitting down no matter what's going on. We're just going to be calm and ride the roller coaster of a 60-minute hockey game. That has really served well for us. We will have to play a really calm game tonight versus a very, very good RIT team. And if we were playing a basketball game, we would take some air out of the ball because they can get up and down the ice.
But you're right.
We're going to have to we're going to have to deflate the puck here a little bit, but we know we can't get in a track meet with these guys. I think they have 26 or 27 wins, and you know what? Whatever we're putting in front of our guys, there's incredible buy-in, and we will have a plan tonight. We execute our plan, and you know what? We think we can come third period here have a shot to win this thing.
You're right about controlling your emotion. You don't have to do the Herb Brooks in the locker room tonight, and they know it's on the line. And I don't know. Sometimes I thought I could put the pucks in the microwave to get them soft and spongy a little bit, so I had a better shot.
Well, it's been known. I heard a rumor up there. They deflate footballs up in that part of the country up there.
Only in the NFL.
Yeah, Belichick.
Hey, Coach Eddie here. I know that you're not controlling the puck bucket, but don't be afraid to drop a couple of hot packs in that bucket because they'll pack the ice on top, sneak them underneath, and the bounces will go your way.
I love it. Whatever it looks like tonight, we're ready for it.
Yeah, that's an old War Road, Minnesota trick, That's how they beat Roseau every once in a while.
Have some popcorn on the bench, slow the game down, do what you need to do. Win.
Well, Coach Lang, thank you for visiting with us. We know you're busy. I know you're prepping for a big game tonight. We just wanted to call and say we love your program. We really respect you. And you've got 4 of us on this show voting for AIC tonight to win the Atlantic Hockey Conference. So go out and win tonight, Coach. Just
we love
win.
You guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Just win. Go win, Eddie.
Thanks, Coach.
That's right. Good luck.
Thanks,
Good luck.
Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Well, there you go, huh? And we didn't get anybody from, we have the AIC, Big Ten, NCHC. Boy, we've had a busy show, boys.
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to Jen. She gave me the stress pucks. She's a recruiter out of UND. She was at Davies High School. Yes, I went over there, and I go, I work with these guys. We're stressed out. She goes, I got some stress pucks. So everybody got a little stress puck.
Wait a minute.
Here.
She was at UND, and she was at a high school giving out free things. Isn't that an NCAA violation?
Oh, I don't want to get her in trouble. Don't get her in trouble.
They paid Wilson. They paid Wilson as the recruiter, so it's all legit. He bought the pucks.
Couple kids were in the lineup. I go, I've seen you in the class, and you don't have the grades to get to UND.
Little shout out. Hey, Dougie, Omaha's in, so I'll see you in St. Paul, maybe. Dougie, good to have your team in. And Durbin, Mr. Durbin, thanks for shouting out the hockey guys last week in Bismarck. So we've got some listeners out there from the far reaches. Thanks for joining us here on the Hockey Guys.
And for you listeners down in the Twin Cities, we'll work hard on getting Coach Motzko on next weekend.
Yeah, I'd love to have him.
Yep.
All right. Quick rundown. Denver versus Omaha.
Omaha.
Denver.
I know I got Omaha. We 2 for 2 there.
If that goalie is on like he was last night, that'll be an awesome game. I remember him. He played for Slovakia when we were in Edmonton, and he shut the door on a lot of teams. And if he gets on a roll like he was last night, he's very athletic.
Denver had a lot of energy wasted against St. Cloud.
They did.
That's why I'm doing Omaha.
St. Lawrence versus Cornell.
Wow.
After what St. Lawrence did to Quinny, St. Lawrence is winning. You're in.
SLU.
Cornell's,
all the way, baby.
Cornell's bubble.
Oh, yeah?
So it's gonna.
I'm going Cornell because I think the
Big Red.
Big High have been beating Quinnipiac. I'm going with Cornell.
Big Ten, Michigan State versus Michigan University.
Ooh.
I think you got to go with the Big Green Machine. It's their rink. But Michigan's been on a roll lately, and they've been playing really good hockey. And they've got a little revenge because they are 4-1 against the Big Green this year.
Overtime, Big M.
Okay.
Michigan State.
Boston University versus Boston College.
BC. Go opposite, Jeff. That's how you roll.
I'm just doing BU because you
just
guys went
BU,
BC.
Jeff. BU.
Just BU.
Beat me.
Eddie, good luck on the choir this Sunday in church.
Yeah. By the way, you may have noticed I sang so beautifully at my mother's service that I lost my voice, Wilson.
Well, then it was well worth it, well worth it.
Once again, Eddie, our condolences, absolutely. And next week, we have another great show. We'll work on trying to get Coach Bob Motzko from the University of Minnesota Golden Gophers.
For you, Adam Johnson.
And I think we need to try and get Coach Mayo. He was just selected Coach of the Year, NCHC.
From Colorado College. Yeah, that would be a good pickup if we could get those two. And we'll see if we can, or potentially Brad Berry. Just shake the dice, and we'll get one of the top 2 or coaches in the country. But we want to thank Michigan State's head coach, Adam Nighentgale.
Hey, Jacob, thank you.
AIC's
Thanks, Serbico.
head coach,
Big shout out to Jake, our
Lang, for joining us.
Technician.
Don't forget about us, Jake. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget
Jake's
about
got
us.
one more week, so we can.
When you're
still
doing the
give
red
him some
carpet,
status.
when you're doing the red carpet in LA, don't forget about us.
Oh yeah, when you get the Emmys, chasing the girls.
I'd like to thank the people that made it possible for us, the hockey guys.
And you know what? The hockey guys will be back next week. Thank you for joining us.
Citywide Electric, thank you.